do this anymore.
Then don't. We decided to go.
Police say that was an accident because Vandora stepped out between two cars. And a woman was killed in Crafton just a few months ago in a Port Authority-related accident, but she drove her car into that bus head-on.
Well, fire seems to go along with the fanfare of many victory celebrations in Morgantown. WVU fans took to the streets last night to celebrate their school's win over Virginia Tech. But when they took it too far, some of them ended up in handcuffs. KDKA's Brenda Waters is live in Morgantown right now. Brenda.
It was a big win for WVU, and the athletic department is looking pretty good tonight. But some of the fans, well, they might use a lesson in post-game etiquette. The WVU campus was back to normal today after the big win over Virginia Tech. But that was not the case 24 hours earlier. After the victory, hundreds of students rushed to the field, trying to tear down the goalpost.
And fans, we ask that you please exit the field.
Off campus, there were fireworks, and several fires were set in the streets of residential neighborhoods, all in the spirit of celebration.
Everyone knew that that would happen. It was like everyone was talking about it all day, that they were going to rush the field. You know.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone was just so excited for it. So I guess when it happened, they just all, I don't know, that was the only thing they could do.
It was wild, but it's Morgantown. I mean, they got let loose, and everybody knew it was going to happen.
The Morgantown police didn't quite see it that way. Although there were no serious injuries, nearly 20 people were arrested.
Well, I don't know that it's something that we expect, but it was something that we attempted to prepare for. There's been a few big games in the last couple years that the students have tended to get pretty rowdy afterwards. I think the victory was good for the university and for the city and the students, but I think that some of the behavior that was exhibited is a bad thing because it sends a message across the country that you know, that it's okay to riot and raise heck and start fires just because of joyous celebrations.
More than 65,000 people were here at the stadium last night, but school officials say only a few of them, only a handful of them, gave the school and Morgantown a black eye. Reporting live at WVU, I'm Brenda Waters.
There's new information tonight about one of the victims in that cadmium poisoning mystery. We've learned Walter Pardee of Indiana County died from an OxyContin overdose and not cadmium poisoning. Pardee is one of 11 people across Indiana County who tested positive for the highly toxic metal cadmium. Police either don't know or won't say where the cadmium's coming from. They've tested the water and the ground already with no luck. Now, police responding to scenes like these, all too familiar. The police tape, the shell casings on the ground, and homicides. And tonight, officials say we may be headed now for a record. Is there an explanation for the increase in the area's murder rate? Police say the answer is yes. KDKA's Lynn Hayes-Freeland is here now with more. Lynn.
Well, Kelly, the numbers, 100 homicides in Allegheny County already only tell half the story. But reporting that is the easy part. Discovering what's fueling the bloodbath in the streets is a lot more difficult.
When you pull that trigger, that's final. Death is final. You're not coming back.
And the finality of it all has struck home already this year. 64 times in the city of Pittsburgh, 100 in the county. That puts the area on track with breaking the record number of homicides in our area from 1993.
Back in '93, that's when we had like the crack epidemic hit Pittsburgh. And then there was like a lot of gang war type things going on in the street. Right now, drugs is still primarily what's the force driving behind the violence in the city, but it's more or less heroin.
Pittsburgh Police Commander Marita Bryant believes drugs and glamorizing a gangster-type lifestyle is fueling a lot of the killings that are destroying families and communities.
Young people think that you're nobody unless you're riding around in an Escalade or you're wearing the latest jewelry or you have all this cash or something. And it's like not even a give and take, it's just take, take, take.
Every time a crime scene like this one shows up on the evening news, mothers like Deborah Germany, who have lost a son to violence, realize another homicide means much more than just another statistic.
You just relive your own grief and trauma and just feel bad for that family, knowing that now they're in your shoes.
Now, coming up new at 6 here on KDKA, we'll find out what one community group thinks needs to be done to stem the violence in our streets. Live in the newsroom, I'm Lynn Hayes-Freeland.
Thank you, Lynn. A woman suffered minor injuries after smashing her car into a Monaca police cruiser early this morning. The officer's fine. Happened about 1:30 this morning on Route 18 in Cedar Township. No word what caused it. And 2 Pittsburgh police officers were hurt last night when they crashed during a chase in Homewood. They were chasing a drunk driving suspect when their patrol car hit a minivan at Monticello and North Homewood Streets. One officer hurt his hand, the other hurt his back. The suspect is in custody. They've had to trim back on production because of this devastating fire in July, but the owners of a North Fayette candle factory did not lay off any workers and now say demand is as strong as it should be as they prepare for the holiday season. An electrical problem caused the fire, did $1 million in damage at St. Johnsbury Candles. The company's temporarily moved to a smaller facility in Ohio, but the owners are talking about rebuilding at a site near the airport. Well, first it was the telemarketing do not call list.
And now Congress is moving on to email. They're trying to pass an anti-spam bill that would prohibit spammers from clogging your email account. Terry Akita reports now.
Can get credit counseling and debt consolidation.
The trash is piling up on Joseph Garcia's computer. He gets up to 60 junk emails a day.
It's an intrusion that I don't welcome.
But for Garcia and millions of other internet users, the computer cavalry is on the way. The canned spam bill, unanimously approved by senators, would outlaw shady methods used by many internet spammers who peddle pornography, prescription drugs, and cheap loans. It's a problem many lawmakers see, even at home with their children.
I am just appalled by the filth that he has to go through every day, whether it's emails or pop-ups, and just trying to get his work done. And we've got to do something about this.
The canned spam legislation also calls for a national no spam list, much like the Do Not Call registry, which bans telemarketers from bothering consumers. But even anti-spam supporters don't expect the junk email to be returned to sender anytime soon.
Spammers are getting more sophisticated. They're learning to cover their tracks. They're often based outside the United States.
Complicating matters, an anti-spam bill has stalled in the House. And even if a no-spam list was viable, the Federal Trade Commission, which would oversee the list, says it would be hard to enforce. Even so, Joseph Garcia likes the idea and is willing to wait. Garcia says any enforcement is better than no enforcement. Terry Okita, CBS News, Washington.
It looks like there are a lot of pessimists out there. In today's KDKA web poll, we asked if you think an anti-spam law would put an end to unwanted junk email. Only 26% said yes, 74% say no. Log on to KDKA.com so you can vote.
Enrollment is dropping in Pittsburgh City schools, and some school buildings could be closed to save money. The district lost more than 500 students in just 1 year. That's one of the reasons that the Mayor's Commission on Public Education says the district needs to shut some schools down. But the superintendent says he's working to boost student performance while making the district cost-effective.
We are pleased that we have seen continuous improvement in student performance in reading and mathematics. And this trend was one of the highlights of this report. The achievement gaps based on race and income status are indeed a problem for us, and as they are in most districts throughout our country. For the past 3 years, we have been taking action to improve the situation. We are pleased to report progress in narrowing the achievement gap.
Dr. Thompson said they've already made changes the commission recommended.
Some high schools around town did have a reason to celebrate, though. Today, it's Mold Day. No, these teenagers aren't celebrating the furry critters burrowing in your front yard, but a chemistry term that equals, hold on here, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Unofficially, October 23rd has been designated Mold Day by chemists around the country. These Mount Lebanon students were up before the crack of dawn, kicking off the 12-hour celebration at exactly 6:02 with fireworks.
And to give them the opportunity to come together as a group and celebrate something academically, it's something different for them.
I get 20 extra credit points for doing this, so it definitely helps your grades. So.
Last time we did it, we were shut down by the police because we were out over there and it was too loud for the neighbors.
So happy Mold Day, everyone. If you were wondering, Mold Day started in the early 90s as a way to get kids excited about chemistry.
Police say a woman pretended to have cancer so she could collect money. How she did it, coming up. Plus, prosecutors took action against nursing home employees in the death of a patient. Today, they're taking action to protect every elderly patient. But first, think you know what the dirtiest thing in your house is? It's not this. It's the answer and a special health team report coming up.
And coming up in your AccuWeather report, things are looking up with warmer temperatures on the way and even a little bit of sunshine. Remember that? Be back with the AccuWeather 5-day forecast shortly.
Suburban Subaru is Pittsburgh's favorite Subaru dealer. The 2004 Subaru all-wheel drive wagons are here, starting from just $15,999. Or put zero down and lease a new 2004 Subaru Forester with all-wheel drive for only $279 a month. Only Suburban Subaru offers the highest trade-in allowance and a $1,000 service plan and purchase voucher bonus. Only through Monday, only at Suburban Subaru. Conveniently located on Route 19 in the North Hills.
Don't miss the final days of the grand opening of the Roomful Express in Monroeville. All 12 locations are celebrating with incredible store-wide savings up to 50% off. Plus, get free financing until 2006. Roomful will pay your interest in 2003, 2004, and 2005. It's your last chance to get unbeatable grand opening savings and free financing until 2006. Because this sale must end Tuesday.
Put it all together and sell it for less at Roomful Express.
On the day I was sworn into office, I was handed a $27 million deficit. Then came 9/11 and the worst economic downturn in decades. But during difficult times, Allegheny County has done better than just survive. While other regions lost jobs, we gained. While other places are in financial ruin, we've had 4 consecutive balanced budgets. Now we're about to provide $10 million in tax cuts, much of it going to our seniors. I hope you will give me the opportunity to continue all that we've started.
You're watching KDKA TV News, our area's most trusted and most watched news team.
Used vehicles will be sold for $88. It's an off-lease at auction vehicle super sale through Monday only. Event location, Monroeville Dodge. Buy used for $88. Financing offered to everyone. The off-lease super sale event at Monroeville Dodge starts Friday at 11 a.m. Don't miss it.
By now, I hope you know me. I'm Dan Honorato. I'm running for county executive. During my campaign, I've outlined specific proposals for jobs, on fiscal matters, and on property taxes. I want to start moving the county in the right direction. I think my plans can do that. I was born here, and I'm raising my family here. We have a stake in making sure the county is run the right way. I'm Dan Honorato. I respectfully ask for your vote. Thank you.
Used vehicles will be sold for $88. It's an off-lease at auction vehicle super sale through Monday only. Event location, Monroeville Dodge. Buy used for $88. Financing offered to everyone. The off-lease super sale event at Monroeville Dodge starts Friday at 11 a.m. Don't miss it.
This is KDKA TV News at 5 with Jennifer Ankoviak, Ken Rice, and your AccuWeather forecast from Jeff Frizella.
All right, so you think you know what the dirtiest thing is in your house. Well, the answer may surprise you. It's the kitchen sponge. The man who wrote a book called The Secret Life of Germs says the kitchen sponge is teeming with E. coli and salmonella. It all starts with the meat you're preparing, and he says no matter what you do, you're spreading germs around thanks to the sponge.
I'm going to rinse my sponge that's been sitting here for 2 hours so that I can clean my countertop and my cutting board. And I have to get something from the refrigerator. And now let's follow the germ trail. I'm using a fluorescent black light to visualize the fluorescence on the sponge, on the countertop, on the cutting board, on my hands, and on the refrigerator, showing evidence of cross-contamination.
Dr. Turno says you should change your kitchen sponge every week or 2. He even recommends keeping a bowl of disinfectant in your sink, a mix of bleach and water, to dip the sponge in before you use it, or you could just get rid of that sponge altogether. And if your first thought was that the toilet was the dirtiest thing in the house, Dr. Turno says it has its risks too, especially when you flush. The water can spray germs up to 20 feet away. He recommends shutting the lid before you flush.
All for that. All right, lots of people have foot pain, serious enough that it's hard to get through the day, but many of those people would rather deal with the pain then have surgery to correct the problem. Dr. Paul Nemiroff is here with a new study that should be good news for anybody with that situation. Dr. Paul.
That's right, Ken. More than 2.5 million Americans suffer from a painful condition called bunions. Many are candidates for surgery, but worry that an operation will put them out of commission for a long time. This new study says there's no reason to have any fear.
Does it hurt when I press on it?
Bunions are often a misunderstood condition. They're caused by stress on the big toe joint, resulting in a bump when the big toe leans toward the second toe. Contrary to popular belief, bunions are not caused by tight, pointy-toed shoes, but crowding the foot can aggravate the condition. As a result, the majority of bunion surgeries are performed on women.
Pain is the primary reason that people have their bunion deformities repaired. We recommend that when people are altering their daily activities to the point where they can't perform, that's the time to have that bunion repaired.
For those fearing the prospect of bunion surgery, a new patient survey by the American College of Foot and Ankle Surgeons showed more than 90% of patients who recently had the procedure said they experienced significant pain relief, increased their physical activity, and would recommend it to others.
It's not uncommon to hear people talk about their older relatives having had bunion surgeries and taking months to get well. That's just not the case anymore.
Joan Marini recently had bunion surgery on both feet, performed by our foot and ankle surgeon.
Having bunion surgery was the best thing I have ever done. It gave me back my life. You don't realize how much bunions will hold you back until you have great feet again.
Of course, before you consider surgery for your bunions, you might want to try more conservative treatments like orthotics, for example. But if that doesn't work, this new study seems to indicate that surgery could be a good option. Live in the newsroom, I'm Dr. Paul Nemiroff for the KDKA Health Team.
Thanks, Dr. Paul. Don't forget, you can go to KDKA.com anytime for all the reports by Dr. Paul and Dr. Maria and links to more medical information.
And if you want to avoid the flu, get more sleep. A new study finds a lack of sleep may temporarily decrease your body's immune response to the virus. Doctors still say the best protection against the flu, of course, is a vaccination. Experts also advise getting a good night's sleep before getting the shot. And if you like cold weather, then this is perfect sleeping weather.
Yeah, well, a little bit too cold, don't you think?
No.
How cold does it have to be for you to sleep?
No, this is perfect. Seriously. Love it.
John Burnett in once again for Jeff Frizella. Even though Kelly loves this weather, it's warming up a little bit as we head into the weekend, isn't it?
Keep in mind, Kelly was a polar bear in a former life, and so this weather appeals to her. And you know what? Tomorrow morning, Kel, will be even sweeter for you, because look what we've got. That overnight planner from AccuWeather looks more like December, really, than it does October. 35 as you head off to bed tonight, and at that hour, we'll still see a stray sprinkle, maybe a flurry or two. No accumulation out of any of this. Wake up tomorrow morning to a partly to mostly cloudy sky. We'll notice clearing overnight, and not a bad day tomorrow. Late day, talking about partly cloudy with 50, 52 degrees for the high. That's still 8 to 10 below normal, but we're getting there. Far sight better than today. Our high so far today has only been 42 right now. With a cloudy sky at Pittsburgh International, we're at 40 degrees. Humidity 83%. Winds out of the northwest at 10. Our wind chill 34. And the barometric pressure is at 29.83 and on the rise. Temperatures for tomorrow will do a little better than today. Still below normal, but you know, better than 38 to 40, 42, which is what we've had locally today. 48 in Mercer to about 53 or 4 in Uniontown will be the range. We've had a mostly cloudy day today. We'll notice significant improvement in that department tomorrow as high pressure builds in and skies begin to clear for us just a little bit. And we'll also see a whole lot less of this. We take you back 12 hours and you can see the light snow over in the Laurel Highlands, just flurries. We had some mixed in even locally. And as we went down through the day, things quieted down a little bit, but there's still a few spritzes out there. Be on the lookout for those on your windshield as you head out and about this evening. Now, a warm front headed our way. That's going to begin bumping things up tomorrow, and especially Saturday, Sunday, and even into Monday before we get another push of Canadian air. Things will be chilly out in the plains over the weekend, but not here. Mild air in place beginning Saturday especially, although it does look like we're going to see a little rain thrown in just for good measure. 30 degrees rather, will be our overnight low tonight. We'll see clearing skies, gradual. It's not going to be a spectacular night. It will be cold, though, and a hard freeze everywhere around the region. 52 for the high tomorrow. Better than today, but still 8 below our average high. Now, by the weekend, AccuWeather says we get back to average and then some Saturday. Showers in here that afternoon. Not a total washout, but we do see rain. It now appears late in the day on Saturday, and Sunday and Monday look pretty soggy. Could be heavy showers both days. Highs holding up, although Monday we'll see temperatures falling in the afternoon as our next system moves in. That will signify a significant shift in our weather pattern, and we'll be lucky to get out of the 40s for highs, guys, Tuesday, Wednesday, and right into next weekend. So getting cold, but at least for the next few, things are warming up. You're going to want to take the poncho to the ball game on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, rather. Well, as a matter of fact, take it Saturday if you're going to one, because it will be wet.
Thank you, John, for that very clear-cut advice.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Prince Andrew's coming to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Find out why coming up. Plus, the mayor has less than 3 weeks to present a city budget for next year. Find out what he has to do to make that deadline. But first, police say a woman told people she had cancer. Find out just how far she went to keep her secret. Next.
Retire to your own home? Dorothy's doing it with the help of a brand new concept in retirement living. How it works tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Hey, Pittsburgh, don't pay too much for your next Chevy.
Calusi has 2004 Chevy Silverado 4x4, just $21,279 or $389 a month. 2004 Chevy Trailblazer, just $25,985 or $349 a month. 2004 Chevy Impala, just $18,389 or $259 a month. And 2004 Cavalier, just $10,700 or only $165 a month.
So don't pay too much for your next Chevy.
Go to Calusi Chevrolet in Bridgeville. We'll be there.
Calusi Chevrolet.
It's going on now at Wix Furniture, the ultimate sofa sale, featuring an incredible selection of sofas, on sale through Tuesday only. Save big on sleeper sofas, motion sofas, sectionals, beautiful leather sofas, and fabric sofas. All your favorite styles, reduced to shocking low prices at every Wix Furniture showroom. So seize the moment. Opportunity is knocking. It's sofa time during the ultimate sofa sale now through Tuesday at Wix Furniture.
I'm Judge Joan Melvin, candidate for the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, so chances are I share your values. I've been a judge for almost 2 decades. I pioneered the first domestic violence court. I've been given the highest recommendation by the Bar Association. But of all the training I have to be a Supreme Court justice, maybe the most important is being a mother of 6. If that doesn't train you to be fair, open-minded, and on occasion, tough, nothing will.
For that new brand name appliance, you'll feel right at home at Lowe's.
My washing machine just died.
Lowe's has over 250 appliances in stock. Take it today or we'll deliver it tomorrow. Even haul the old one away free. Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 6 months. Lowe's has low prices every day, guaranteed. That's our promise.
Fridge, you're next.
Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 12 months on Energy Star appliance purchases of $299 or more.
What drives us to give every Subaru Forester more standard safety features than any SUV in its class? What drives us to earn the highest possible ratings in every crash test by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety and to make the best small SUV they've ever tested? We're driven by what's inside. The all-wheel drive Subaru Forester.
Visit your local Subaru dealer for financing as low as 0% APR.
For 3 years, she told people she had cancer. Now, prosecutors in Indiana say that a former Ball State University student was lying all along. Police say 24-year-old Brooklyn Walters shaved her head, said she was deaf from the cancer, and took an undisclosed amount of donations. People have now charged her with forgery and theft. Her lawyers say she has repaid the money. Now, the story may sound familiar. Last month, a judge sentenced a couple in Ohio after they convinced their 7-year-old daughter that she had cancer just so they could collect donations. The mother shaved her girl's head and gave her drugs to make her look and feel sick. People in the community donated more than $30,000. That girl is now in foster care.
We are hearing from the Duchess of York. Fergie is speaking out about new conspiracy theories over the death of Princess Diana. This week, a letter reportedly from Diana to her butler surfaced in British tabloids. The letter states that Diana predicted someone might try to kill her in a car accident so Prince Charles could remarry. Sarah Ferguson wouldn't say whether she thought the letter was authentic or not.
The thing about that subject is that she was one of the greatest humanitarians of our time, and it's so sad, and the loss is so sad without her. I wish she was here to answer that question herself.
Diana died in a car crash in a Paris tunnel. Police ruled that an accident.
Sarah Ferguson's ex-husband is coming here. Britain's Prince Andrew is visiting Pittsburgh tomorrow. He was in St. Louis today. He's touring the country to promote trade between England and the U.S. Yesterday, he visited a British-based aerospace facility. He also thanked workers at the plant for their efforts in making the business a success. As for his visit here, the Pittsburgh Regional Alliance offered an etiquette session today on the do's and don'ts of interacting with Prince Andrew.
First and most important thing to say to all of you is relax and enjoy it. If you do, you might actually remember it. And it's going to be a memorable occasion. He loves to meet people. He really loves to meet people, listen to them, and engage with them.
When first meeting Prince Andrew, they say you should call him Your Royal Highness, but after that, a simple sir will suffice, much like the way I like to be treated here.
Yes, sir. Well, nobody matched all the Powerball numbers in last night's drawing, and the jackpot is swelling for this Saturday. More on that straight ahead. And remember this video. A school district's about to become the first ever in the United States to make a move to keep this from happening again.
Also tonight, could there be extra eyes and ears in the medical community monitoring nursing homes? I'm Harold Hayes. I'll have that story coming up.
Tonight, is it the ultimate act of betrayal?
Rupert has a hell of a lot of power right now. Oh, man, this is crazy.
Don't miss an all-new Survivor. Then, on a scorching Las Vegas day, what's inside this car? Help! Has CSI feeling the heat?
I don't get people.
All new. Plus, a child prodigy disappears.
Why would anyone want to take my daughter?
There's hope of finding her, but the clock is ticking.
I don't have time to screw around anymore.
All new without a trace after Survivor and CSI. CBS tonight.
Please close your eyes while we change into something more comfortable. Hey, you peaked. The redesigned 2004 Nissan Sentra with 0.9% financing or $1,500 cash back. Available at your Nissan dealer now.
I'm not just a butcher, I'm a meat cutter, and I love certified Angus beef. I've been sharpening knives since 1963. Those hands cut a lot of meat. I'm choosy, I'm picky, and I know exactly how thick an 1¼ inch is. Love cutting meat, love eating meat, love everything about it. I know juicy, I know tender, and I love great marbling. I wouldn't give it to you if I wouldn't eat it myself. I can cut you the best steak and show you exactly how to cook it. And you can find me at Giant Eagle.
Bill Gaither's Homecoming Celebration Tour 2004. Friday, April 2nd at Mellon Arena. Bill Gaither's Celebration Tour promises wholesome family entertainment for everyone, including unforgettable gospel music performances, comedy for the entire family, and toe-tapping favorites that hark back to the all-night singings of the 50s and 60s. Bill Gaither's Homecoming Celebration Tour 2004. Friday, April 2nd at Mellon Arena. Tickets go on sale this Monday at 10. Produced by Clear Channel Entertainment.
Welcome back to KDKA TV News.
Prosecutors filed criminal charges against 2 nursing home employees after an elderly patient died here 2 years ago tonight. Those same prosecutors want to make sure something like this never happens again. Tonight, the new operators of that nursing home are working to keep their other patients safe.
At the same time, prosecutors are working on some changes for the long term aimed at protecting seniors in general. KDKA's Harold Hayes has more on these plans. Harold.
Well, ever since Mabel Taylor's death, a number of agencies have been looking at ways to prevent issues like these from happening before things get to a crisis stage. One idea involves the prospect of using additional eyes in the field, that is, if the law can be changed.
For the last 6 months, we've been working with a group involving the law schools, the Bar Association, the EMTs, people in my office, and trying to create an appropriate and a much better response to this type of issue.
The issue that attracted their attention was the case of Mabel Taylor, who wandered from her room and ended up locked outside. Yesterday, the administrator, Martha Bell, was charged with involuntary manslaughter, and a nurse was charged with perjury in connection with her death. Investigators say there was a cover-up when Taylor was brought back into the home to make it appear she died in her sleep. Beyond that case, what more can be done to monitor elder care? Among those who regularly have access to some of the 65 nursing home facilities in Allegheny County are paramedics, who are called periodically to handle medical emergency calls involving seniors. But could there be extra eyes and ears in the medical community? Allegheny County's district attorney thinks there could be.
These guys don't have protections from civil liability. So if they come to some agency, police agency, or to this office and say, you know, I think somebody was the victim of a crime, potentially they could be sued for that. So one of the things that we want to provide for first responders is immunity from civil liability.
Now, as the panel says, he wants to urge the Pennsylvania District Attorneys Association to lobby the legislature to make that kind of change in the law. Reporting live downtown, Harold Hayes, KDKA TV News.
The date's been set for the next hearing to find out whether the police station that closed because of the city budget crisis will reopen. Lawyers will meet in Harrisburg in December. Zone 4 in the West End is the one that closed. The Murphy administration wants to turn it into a safety zone where police can take kids who skip school. But City Councilman Alan Hertzberg and West End residents want Zone 4 to reopen. Hertzberg lost his first appeal in court.
The budget crisis in Pittsburgh is still very real, and the mayor has less than 3 weeks now to present his budget proposal for next year. And he's looking at an $80 million hole. Right now, a couple of hurdles to clear before he can even hope to fill that. KDKA Money and Politics editor John Delano is live now with more on that. John.
Ken, 2 hurdles is exactly right. To balance next year's budget, Mayor Tom Murphy needs to cut $40 million in spending and raise another $40 million in new revenue. To make that happen, it looks like the mayor has adopted the proposals of a well-known local businessman and a politically connected Republican Party leader.
For 2 years.
Today, Mayor Tom Murphy made it official. He's buying into the plan offered earlier this week by former Republican National Committee woman Elsie Hillman and the former USX chairman David Roderick.
We are prepared to embrace the Roderick recommendations as a package, and that's what we hope the legislators will do also.
That package calls for 1/2 of the $80 million Murphy needs to balance the budget to come from further spending cuts.
We've proposed additional reductions in our budget that will total about $40 million this year being 2004. They are difficult reductions, but ones that I believe we need to do to answer continuing concerns that there's too much fat in the city budget.
Those reductions include all the personnel and service cuts made earlier this year, along with either the merger of emergency medical services with fire services or the privatization of EMS through local hospitals. Murphy also embraced the Hillman-Roderick tax proposal.
Those new revenues need to be raised from city residents, from people that come to the city to work or to use the city, and from businesses that operate in the city.
Revenues that include a $60 a year tax on commuters and an employee tax on for-profit employers in the city. Now, besides the tax proposal, Murphy needs $15 million in savings from both reductions in the fire department and either merging EMS with fire services or privatizing EMS through the local hospitals. Public Safety Director Bob Kennedy thinks privatizing may now be more likely.
We have contacted Jeffrey Romoff from UPMC to chair a working group of the healthcare providers within Pittsburgh to begin discussions. And there has not been a meeting scheduled as of yet, but we have a commitment from Mr. Romoff and UPMC that they would facilitate those meetings.
I hope people understand that it's not a money issue with me. It's always been a safety issue. And I built the most safest plan.
Well, Kennedy insists that safety will never be compromised, whatever the city does. But the clock is clearly ticking on finalizing spending cuts. The mayor presents his budget to City Council on Monday, November 10th. Live from the newsroom, I'm John Delano.
Thank you, John. And Washington County is dealing with its own budget crisis of sorts, but it's getting a bailout from what you might think is an unlikely source, the Washington Wild Things. The minor league baseball team contributed $43,000 to North Franklin Township. It's not clear yet if that'll be enough to allow the township to rehire some laid-off police officers. Officials say the Wild Things are partly to blame for the township's budget problems because they delayed making a $53,000 donation in lieu of property taxes. It still isn't clear if the team is tax exempt. And the West Virginia man who won millions in the Powerball drawing has been getting thousands of requests from people who want a helping hand. So many, in fact, that Jack Whitaker had to shut down the website where his foundation accepts requests for financial help. Whitaker said that his staff needs time to catch up on all the requests. The foundation has given away some $4 million since Whitaker won $353 million in the Powerball jackpot back on Christmas Day.
And speaking of Powerball, last night's jackpot went unclaimed. It was worth more than $162 million, and that means Saturday's drawing will be an estimated $190 million. And remember, KDKA is the only place to watch the live Powerball drawing every Wednesday and Saturday right before KDKA TV News at 11. So when it comes to Powerball, which best describes you? In today's KDKA TV News poll, 15% say they play regularly, 45% say only when the jackpot is high, and 38% don't play at all. But what about Saturday's drawing? Will you buy a ticket? 44% say yes, 48% say no. And this morning I went out to see just how much Powerball fever is in the air in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what I found out on KDKA TV News at 6.
Well, we've heard from everybody, his friends, his family. Tonight, the guy who took the plunge over Niagara Falls is finally talking about it himself. His interview straight ahead. And at 6, it's been almost a year since somebody hit and killed a woman and just drove away. How close are police to finding her killer? But first, now the doctors reinserted her feeding tube. How is Terry Schiavo doing tonight? Her parents have the answer next.
On CBS News Tonight, retiring at home. It's the latest trend for seniors who get all the services of a retirement village without ever having to move to one. The CBS Evening News KDKA at 7.
Looking for a new 10 o'clock newscast? Pittsburgh's largest, most experienced news team brings you a fresh look at what's happening in your world. The only truly local, truly live newscast. The KDKA 10 o'clock news on UPN Pittsburgh.
When you have diabetes, you want the tools to help you manage the disease. That's why Bayer Healthcare developed the Essentia line of products and services to help you stay in control. Essentia, your life, your way.
Suburban Buick is Pittsburgh's low price leader. The 04 Century, Regal, and LeSabre are here, and we're dealing with 0% financing or $2,500 cash back. Save up to $6,500 on brand new all-wheel drive Buick Rendezvous. Or save up to $9,000 on Buick courtesy cars. And get Suburban's $1,000 service plan and purchase voucher bonus. Only through Monday. Only at Suburban Buick. Conveniently located on Route 19 in the North Hills.
Why settle for an old, worn-out bathtub today when you can have a beautiful new acrylic tub over your old one tomorrow? Bath Fitter has the perfect solution. Costs 57% less than tear out, as little as $59 a month, easy to clean, installed in one day, and a lifetime warranty. I can deliver this to you, and I'll prove it. Call for your free video, The Perfect Solution, and see what your neighbors have to say about Bath Fitter. And when you're ready, have one of my people come to your home and see for yourself. Call Bath Fitter today.
You're watching KDKA TV News, our area's most trusted and most watched news team.
30 days of standard service, 30 days of digital service, 30 days of HBO. How much? $1. Call Comcast today and you'll get 30 days of standard service, 30 days of digital, and 30 days of HBO for $1. $1 for up to 160 of your favorite cable channels. And go beyond the basics with digital networks for the whole family. Plus hundreds of hit movies and original series on HBO for just $1. 30 days of standard service, 30 days of digital, and 30 days of HBO for just $1. Call Comcast today.
Watch the Pennsylvania Lottery live only on KDKA TV.
Well, her family says Terry Schiavo is looking gaunt, but also alert and responsive. Relatives hugged and kissed Schiavo during a hospital visit yesterday. Florida Governor Jeb Bush reversed a court decision this week and ordered doctors to reinsert her feeding tube. Schiavo's been in a vegetative state for 13 years and in the middle of a court battle over right-to-die issues. Her family says the tug-of-war is not good for her.
I don't think she looks as good. She is very tired, and
this back and forth road game, this shell game, can't be good for her.
Schiavo's parents say she can't improve with rehab, but Schiavo's husband says his wife didn't want to be on life support.
A school in the Atlanta area is the first in the nation to shell out extra money to put seat belts on all of its school buses. A new batch of buses at a private school will now include seats with lap and shoulder straps. The school's current buses have lap belts, but officials believe the shoulder straps are the real key.
You know, you had when the bus had to stop automatically, the kid would bend over like that and bump his head on the seat in front of him. With these seats, with the three-point system, it holds the kid in place.
Seeing kids thrown around like projectiles inside a bus is all the evidence a parent needs to be totally committed to wanting change on these buses.
But safety doesn't come cheap. Officials say it costs about $15,000 to outfit a bus with three-point seat belts. And of course, the parents of these children certainly would say it would be well worth it. This accident happened last month in Circleville, Ohio. A security camera on the bus caught the students being tossed right out of their seats, as you see there, as the bus just tipped over. Amazingly, no one was seriously hurt, but the bus driver has been charged by police.
On KDKA TV News at 6, a 9-year-old boy is telling a frightening story tonight after he says a man abducted him. First, this live look outside. KDKA's John Burnett with a chilly AccuWeather forecast, but looking better toward the weekend. Plus, you might not realize just how easy it is for the wrong people to buy liquor online. We'll explain next. Tomorrow, starting at 5, hip pain slowing you down?
I really couldn't even bend over.
But a new medical breakthrough could have you pain-free in no time.
I can do so much more than I could.
Dr. Maria reports. Then, if you had your mind made up for county executive, you may change it after Andy Sheehan's surprising investigation. Tomorrow on KDKA TV News, starting at 5.
I'm Judge Joan Ori Melvin, candidate for the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, so chances are I share your values. I've been a judge for almost 2 decades. I pioneered the first domestic violence court. I've been given the highest recommendation by the Bar Association. For all the training I have to be a Supreme Court justice, maybe the most important is being a mother of 6. If that doesn't train you to be fair, open-minded, and on occasion, tough, nothing will.
You do the movie review while you rent your favorite movies at Blockbuster.
Hug is definitely the best movie in the world. I really love it, and you should love it too.
Hey, the movie Identity is a great movie. It's totally bananas. It's off the chains. We like movies.
Look for the KDKA TV Blockbuster You Do the Movie Review kiosks at these Blockbuster locations. You Do the Movie Review is brought to you by Blockbuster. Make it a Blockbuster night, guaranteed.
A daycare center, you and me.
Running a daycare will be unpredictable.
Welcome to Daddy Daycare.
Hey, 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 hey!
Unconventional.
Are you sure it's a good idea to feed him this kind of stuff?
It's just sugar.
Come back here!
Unstoppable.
They're like animals. They can smell fear.
Eddie Murphy.
I'm gonna have to up our game today.
Daddy Daycare.
Piece of cake.
Rated PG.
By now, I hope you know me. I'm Dan Honorato. I'm running for county executive. During my campaign, I've outlined specific proposals for jobs, on fiscal matters, and on property taxes. I want to start moving the county in the right direction. I think my plans can do that. I was born here, and I'm raising my family here. We have a stake in making sure the county is run the right way. I'm Dan Honorato. I respectfully ask for your vote. Thank you.
Seems you can buy pretty much anything online, even alcohol.
Yeah, the law says in order to buy alcohol, though, you must be 21. But if you buy online, it begs the question, who's doing the carding? Julie Valise reports on the debate between access and accountability.
It's as easy as point and click. Alcohol, like other products, can be bought online. It's an honor system. Check the box that says you're 21. Internet booze is good for consumers, says the wine industry through a lobbying group called the Coalition for Free Trade.
It increases the variety available to them. It lowers the price for them, in some cases by about 21%. And it also opens up access to market for small wineries.
The only safeguard to stop underage buyers is the delivery service. The internet liquor companies say they require an adult signature to drop off the package.
We ordered 2 packages online. The wine was left on our producer's front porch. The vodka, his neighbor signed for. Proof of age throughout the whole process from computer to door was never required.
A recent report by the National Academy of Sciences says about 10% of teens who use alcohol get it from the internet. When alcohol is bought online, it cuts out the middleman, and the middleman here are the wholesalers. They say online alcohol sales are a bad idea because it gives teens easy access.
Safeguards are being challenged by an influential small group of winemakers, political donors, who would rather have a freewheeling anything goes system where anonymous boxes are left in the bushes and on people's doorsteps.
The 21st Amendment, which ended prohibition, gave states control over the distribution of alcohol. But that was passed long before the internet. 26 states ban interstate shipment of alcohol, so internet purchases are illegal. As for the other 24 states, it's open market for beer, wine, and spirits on the internet until parents or the courts lay down the law. In Washington, I'm Julie Valise.
Well, these fall weekends can be so busy, sometimes you just can't do everything. You're left debating things like haunted house or hayride. Haunted house, hayride. Well, folks, you no longer have to make that agonizing choice because in Westover Park, right next to Morgantown, they're combining the two. It's their annual Haunted Hayride. It benefits Stepping Stones. It's an organization that helps children with disabilities. The hayride makes its way through several areas designed to scare the daylights out of you. A number of the haunters have been part of this for years. They love doing it. The Haunted Hayride runs tomorrow and Saturday, and then again next weekend at Westover Park. WVU student Cassandra Meyer covered the story for us as part of KDKA's partnership with the School of Journalism.
You don't have to choose anymore. Well, yesterday, KDKA's John Burnett told us there might be some snowflakes falling out there. And this morning, it sure felt cold enough for it. But take a look at this. Snow is highlighting the red and orange of autumn leaves. This is Dedham, Massachusetts. There wasn't much accumulation, at least by New England standards, though. And Connecticut also got its first dusting of the year. Flurries were in the air, and trace amounts of snow actually accumulated on the ground last night. It didn't collect on the roads, though. Still, people believe the early snowfall indicates Connecticut could be in for a long, snowy winter.
Did you see any snowflakes locally?
You know what, when we were driving into work this morning, about 3:30 this morning, I did not, but our director, Andy Huffmeyer, did.
He claims he did.
And Bruce Pompiani said he saw some flakes.
John Burnett, can you confirm that there were local flakes in the area this morning?
Well, I showed you the radar a moment ago, Ken, where we had the blue outline, and that was the area which was getting some snow flurry activity. But some of that activity is too tough to detect. It comes in mixed with the drizzle and the rain and the liquid precip, so it's hard to tell. Pardon me? No, I'm not fudging. Am I starting to sound like Bob Kuzma? Well, no. I thought I saw a few flakes this afternoon. Now, I know you're saying 42 degrees. How's that possible, Burnett? Well, aloft, the temperature is well below zero, plenty cold enough, and some of those little droplets came down in the form, on my back deck at least, Ken, in the form of frozen precipitation. 42 today. The high, 34 the low. Right now, we are smack in the middle at 38 degrees, wind chill 32 with our winds out of the northwest at 9 miles per hour. A cloudy sky at Pittsburgh International, a few sprinkles here or there, very minor, tough to detect even on Storm Tracker. Oil City 35, 38 in Newcastle, 38 in Saxonburg with clouds both north and south. Brownsville 39 and a pair of 40s in Morgantown and Waynesburg too. Tomorrow we do a little better temperature-wise. We're climbing out of the hole. Yesterday's high 44, today for a 42. Tomorrow add about 10 to that out in Robinson, 52. The range 48 to 53 down in Uniontown. What's going to happen? We've got high pressure settling in. It's going to give us a couple of dry days. Looks like it's going to be late Saturday before this front begins to move into the region. That will trigger showers late in the day, maybe even Saturday night. And then it looks pretty soggy around here on Sunday. It's going to be mild. That's the good news. Here's your weekend outlook. Rain arrives Saturday, stays here Sunday, but so does the mild air. In fact, that hangs around right through Monday. Don't forget, turn those clocks back. Sunday night, we head back over to Standard Time. And that forecast from AccuWeather says keep the coats handy tonight because that temperature is anything but standard. The average low is 40 degrees. We'll be right around 28 to 30. Slow clearing after midnight, maybe a sprinkle or two before that. 52 our high tomorrow with a partly cloudy sky, looking good. Saturday, the first half of the day looks good. Then rain arrives, looks pretty soggy both Sunday and Monday, with highs holding up nicely. Tuesday, 50 for the high, and we see some clearing that day, but much cooler as we head on down through the next couple of days after that. We warm up as we head toward Halloween and then back down again on your AccuWeather 14-day temperature trend. Guys?
Okay, John. So is it unconstitutional to deprive a prison inmate access to reading material like newspapers? Find out why that question has come up in Pittsburgh. That's new at 6. Also at 6, the county's bracing itself for a possible record number of murders this year. But police think they know what's behind it.
My little brother was in the cafeteria that day. Columbine never stops no matter what. For me, it's an everyday kind of occurrence.
But first, more from Dylan Klebold's former friend on this new home video. Next.
Joan Girardi never knows what God will look like.
Excuse me.
But in a new episode, CBS Friday, his latest assignment
You must be having a yard sale.
I cannot have a yard sale.
will expose her mother's past.
Mommy painted these?
Put those away. You don't know what they mean to me.
You said you'd tell her when she was old enough.
I changed my mind.
And reveal a dark secret.
What happened to her?
It was evil, and I don't throw that word around.
Don't miss the best new show of the season.
What happened to my mother? God! God!
Joan of Arcadia, CBS Friday.
First in experience, first on the ballot. Judge Jack Piniella, the only Superior Court candidate with statewide experience. 11 years as a tough judge. Vote for Superior Court Judge Jack Piniella.
Alan Hertzberg has earned our trust as an attorney and city council member. You can count on the same high standards when he's elected judge for the Court of Common Pleas of Allegheny County.
For me, it's a matter of trust.
Alan Hertzberg for judge. He's earned our trust.
Presents The Magician.
I will make your interest disappear for 3 full years. You're gonna love it. Yes.
On the day I was sworn into office, I was handed a $27 million deficit. Then came 9/11 and the worst economic downturn in decades. But during difficult times, Allegheny County has done better than just survive. While other regions lost jobs, we gained. While other places are in financial ruin, we've had 4 consecutive balanced budgets. Now we're about to provide $10 million in tax cuts, much of it going to our seniors. I hope you will give me the opportunity to continue all that we've started.
What's on tonight? Brought to you by Vocelli Pizza. Pizza Outlet is now Vocelli Pizza. Finally, our name is as good as our pizza. Call today to order any large gourmet pizza for only $9.99.
It is a chilling video shot just 6 weeks before the Columbine massacre, and tonight we're hearing reaction to it from one of the gunman's friends. Authorities in Colorado released this home video of Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold firing a variety of guns in the woods. They used the same kinds of weapons in the 1999 massacre at Columbine. Meantime, one of Klebold's best friends has written a book about the shootings, and on today's early show, Brooks Brown talked about seeing the newly released video.
That's a bag of mixed emotions. It's real difficult to watch, first off, because they went not only from doing this to using those same guns to kill, and later on, they used those guns to kill people, but the biggest problem is seeing my friends on tape again, and I haven't seen them in God knows how long.
Brown says he and Klebold became close friends in first grade.
And police in North Carolina have thwarted what possibly could have been another school tragedy. A 15-year-old boy from outside of Charlotte is accused of plotting to blow up his high school. Another student tipped off police after an unrelated bomb threat earlier this week. And when police searched the 15-year-old's home, they found a map showing where bombs could be placed, and details on how to build the bombs, and a list of people he wanted to kill, including himself.
U.S. Airways back in the courtroom tonight. Find out why. New at 6. Also at 6, you'll never guess who's celebrating 25 years on KDKA. Wait a minute, we're doing the math. Could she really have started here when she was 4 years old? Some great memories coming up.
I thank God, and I thank the Provincial Police Department for why I'm here today.
First, the man who took the Niagara plunge will have more to say about his experience next.
almost 9 out of 10 of American women get these in a size that's too small. What?
Panties.
Men.
Bras.
Implants.
Shoes.
Word on the street, Hollywood Squares can't be beat.
Weeknights at 7:30.
The 345 horsepower Cadillac Escalade. An Escalade EXT. Powerful enough to put everything in its place. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
Visit your Cadillac consultants of Western Pennsylvania for this attractive offer. See dealer for residency restrictions.
You may find this surprising, but you're about to decide whether I keep my job. And quite frankly, it's a job I love. I'm an Allegheny County family court judge. I was appointed by Governor Ed Rendell. I've heard over 1,000 cases, sometimes as many as 40 a day, to assure families and victims have a timely hearing. And the Bar Association said I have the highest reputation for integrity. I'm Jill Rangos. I've worked very hard to earn your trust. I hope I've also earned your vote.
When it comes to breast cancer, an annual mammogram is your best defense. Mammograms can help detect breast cancer at a very early stage when it's most treatable.
To schedule a mammogram, call 412-641-4700.
At Century 3 Chevrolet, we stock more, give more, and discount bigger than anyone else. Yes! Through this Saturday, brand new 2004 Cavaliers are yours for just $89.95. $89.95 for brand new 2004 Cavaliers. With rebates to $4,000 or 0% financing available plus military discounts, the time is now. New 2004 Cavaliers, $89.95. Similar savings on all new cars and trucks at Century 3 Chevrolet. Through this Saturday only.
Lebanon Church Road, Pittsburgh.
Minutes from the mall.
If you see news happening, call 1-800-TV2-2222 or Star TV2 from your cell phone.
The guy who took the plunge off Niagara Falls made bail today.
Yeah, we've heard from his friends and his family, but we hadn't heard from him until now. Flanked by police officers and security guards, 40-year-old Kirk Jones walked into an Ontario police station looking weary and disheveled. He says he was depressed when he took that 180-foot plunge off the falls with nothing to protect him except the clothes on his back. And when asked if this was his final attempt,
I would have to say that is true at this time. And God willing, and these great people, I'm here today.
it was Monday afternoon. Horrified tourists watched as Jones jumped into the water above the falls and quickly went over the edge. How does he describe it?
In a joking way, I'd have to say long, cold, and wet.
But police say this act was nothing to joke about. Jones is only the second person to survive the falls with not even a life jacket. When he landed at the base, he managed to scramble to a rock. That's where Niagara Parks police and firefighters rescued him.
I thank God and I thank the Provincial Police Department for why I'm here today.
And why do you say that?
Simply because they don't get enough thanks they deserve for the hundreds of people that go into these falls every year and don't survive.
Jones is facing charges of illegal stunting and mischief. He could be fined $10,000. Police are characterizing Jones as a suicidal, unemployed drifter, and the judge ordered him to stay out of Canada except for his court appearances. More news, all the latest from AccuWeather straight ahead.
KDKA TV News at 6 starts right now.
And right now at 6, some new details are emerging about the bus accident that killed a 3-year-old boy. What can prevent a similar accident in the future?
And we are on pace for a record number of murders this year. What's going on in this area? We have some answers.
Now, KDKA TV News at 6.